All right, so this is going to be one of those things that sounds very simple. People are going to hear it and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, duh, I knew that. But in actuality, while it seems obvious, especially when someone says it, it's not. A lot of people don't realize this in their lives. I have not always realized this in my life. Um, it takes a level of, I want to say a level of maturity, but I'm not trying to imply that people who don't do this are immature. Like that's not the way I mean it, but it takes wisdom. Okay, it takes a level of wisdom to realize this. So it's one thing when you are talking to people to try to explain yourself to everyone and assume that everyone will understand you, okay? You might try to explain your point of view on something or the way you see something, and your hope is that whoever you explain it to, as long as you explain yourself enough and reasonably enough, that that person will eventually come to understand you. Like that would be the goal of communication. However, it takes a level. I want to say it like this. I don't know why. I just want to say it like this. It takes a level of maturity to realize that sometimes it's wiser. This is all my opinion, of course. Okay, so take it for what it is. Just my opinion. So, but sometimes it's wiser to not even try to explain yourself to certain people, because you have to think about who you're talking to. And is this person going to understand me? Does this person want to understand me? Because what you need to realize is people see things and people want to see things in boxes. People want to put, this sounds like, this sounds so trite, but it's so true. People want to put you in a box of what they think about you. They form their opinion of you, and that's pretty much that's all they're going to think about you until something major changes. But that's the thing, is something major can change and they can still not reroute their brain to think of you differently. But people want to think of you in a certain way, and they want to think of things in a certain way. And if you have a perspective and you see something outside of that certain box, or maybe you're not that image that they have in their mind of you, or if you're in a situation and someone wants to see a situation in this certain way, you're wasting your time if you are going to try to convince them to see something other than how they want to see it. Because people want to see things the way they want to see things. This is the other thing too, people don't want to believe the truth. People want to believe what they want to believe. I'm going to say that again, people do not want to believe the truth. People want to believe what they want to believe, what is most convenient for them to believe. And I have spent too much time in my life trying to explain myself to people in efforts to better connect with people and better communicate, when really I have to accept that, Sam, certain people aren't going to see things the way you see it, but you're wasting your time if you try to convince them otherwise. So I think that the best thing to do in those types of situations, when you're dealing with someone who intuitively you're not going to be able to communicate with in that way, or maybe you've tried and failed, instead of trying to beat a dead horse and trying to say the same thing over and over again, or say the same thing in a different way, sometimes it's best to just kind of, I don't want to say go along with that person, but don't go there with that person, and don't, like, pick your battles. It's you don't want to ever, it's not something where you want to let someone walk all over you. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not like that. But you don't want to waste your energy Okay, it's like about conserving your energy. You don't want to let anyone walk all over you, because if they do that once, if you give someone an inch, they're going to take a mile. That's human nature. But instead of trying to get someone to see things from your point of view, if you've tried that and you failed, just say, okay, and move on. Or just don't even change the subject. Just change the subject and just don't go deep into that topic. Just keep it very surface level. And anyway, that's all I have for today.